With great pleasure, we bring on Mr. Mike Waltz, who is now the U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations. Ambassador Mike, thank you very much. So let me get this right. Trump speaks yesterday, okay? It looked like UN was sabotaging him. The escalator didn't work. By the way, that could have been very dangerous for him, Melania. The teleprompter didn't work. Yes, he can ad-lib. But then we find out there was no sound in the auditorium.
And just to add one more insult to injury here was his speech in the middle of it switched to Portuguese in terms of the broadcast.
Perfect.
And then back again. Look, the whole thing is unacceptable. The whole thing stinks. There's 150 world leaders there, and this only happens to him, not once, not twice, but 3 times.
You think it was deliberate?
Look, it's under investigation. I'll tell you, just in fairness, the Secretary General, who I've talked to twice now, has opened their doors, come see the video, we'll fully cooperate, we'll get to the bottom of it. In all those instances, the Secret Service is on the case. So a lot of folks don't realize that's its own mini little Vatican City there.
Oh, I know.
And
I've been
as the ambassador, I said, you got to open your doors.
You got it.
And some people were kind of shoulder shrugging this. This could have been incredibly serious.
Right.
It's insulting, and it's right here on American soil.
His message was so phenomenal. I mean, he just slammed him. He buried him. 1, 2, 3. They're all sitting there like this, and there's no sound. Come on.
Energy and immigration.
Right.
There are 7 UN agencies focused on climate. Regardless of what you think, the whole thing, the whole bureaucracy needs to be.
How much do we cut there? How much do we cut the UN budget?
Well, we've withheld this year.
A fair amount.
We haven't paid any.
A good amount.
Yeah, we haven't paid any. And my first meeting with Secretary General was, here are the reforms that we need to see before you start talking about taxpayer dollars.
Oh, I love that. We haven't had really good reform ambassador in a long time.
The last time was 1999. Senator Jesse Helms said, we're going to clean house before you get another American dollar. And we have every obligation to make sure it's as transparent. But if you think cleaning up the federal government was tough, how about this 193 globalist multinational thing? And my wife says I'm a masochist.
And I know you, and you're a bulldog, and you're going to do it. Ambassador Mike Waltz, love it. Congratulations, by the way.
United Nations Ambassador Mike Waltz on Thursday called mishaps during President Donald Trump's UN speech unacceptable and vowed to withhold U.S. funding until sweeping reforms are made. Waltz appeared on Fox Business, Kudlow, when host Larry Kudlow asked him about the incidents that appeared as if the UN was trying to sabotage the president. Kudlow noted that the escalator malfunctioned as Trump and First Lady Melania Trump arrived, the teleprompter later failed, and finally the auditorium sound cut out. Waltz added that the broadcast audio abruptly switched to Portuguese during Trump's speech before returning to English. The whole thing is unacceptable. The whole thing stinks, Waltz said. There's 150 world leaders there, and this only happens to him. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. He said the incidents are under investigation by the Secret Service, and noted the Secretary General has pledged full cooperation. As the ambassador, I said, you've got to open your doors, and some people were kind of shoulder shrugging at this, Waltz said. This could have been incredibly serious. It's insulting, and it's right here on American soil. Waltz then turned to reform, criticizing the UN's bloated bureaucracy, and noting that 7 agencies focus on climate issues alone. He argued the organization needs to be cut up and reformed before U.S. taxpayer money flows again. He confirmed the U.S. has withheld its UN contribution this year. We've withheld this year, Waltz said. We haven't paid any, and my first meeting with the Secretary General was, here are the reforms that we need to see before you start talking about taxpayer dollars. Waltz invoked Senator Jesse Helms' 1999 push to clean up the UN before releasing U.S. dollars, saying transparency and accountability remain essential. We have every obligation to make sure it's transparent, he said.